Now let's be honest, your editing workflow is most likely not optimized at all. This means you're losing valuable time, which could be spent on making more videos for more clients, making you more money in the process. That's why in this video, I'll reveal my Premiere Pro and After Effects workflow, which has at least doubled my editing speed, allowing me to take on more clients at once. These tips are all from my personal experience and from what I've learned through trial and error and trying out different things. So with that being said, let's get to the first step. Step 1 is cutting. Once I receive the footage from the client, the first step is always to open Premiere and put the raw footage in a new sequence. After that's done, I sync up the audio with the video and do a quick color grade. Now the footage is ready for cutting, and here are the best tips to do this super fast. Keyboard shortcuts are the holy grail of cutting. I use W and Q for ripple deleting, and I have bound the side buttons of my mouse to do a straight cut. Also, if you know that your client is making the video of a script, you might want to start cutting from the end rather than the beginning. This is because the last take is most likely going to be the actual correct take, so cutting it from the end rather than the beginning makes more sense. But even before I do all of this, I use the Premiere Pro's text transcribe feature, which allows me to easily see which sentence is the correct one. Now once you have your video cut and ready, you can nest the sequence and name it footage. Now step 2 is going to be gathering all the assets we're going to be animating later on. For this, I actually prefer to use the script of the video rather than watching the video over and over again. I read through the script and imagine what kind of animations or pop-ups or screenshots I'm going to be using later on. Once I come up with a good idea, I find the assets I need from sites like Vecteezy or FreePic, or just searching them on Google. And I take those assets and I add them to the Premiere Pro timeline on the spots which I'm going to be adding them. Now me personally, I find it easier to just read through the script and imagine the ideas rather than watching the video over and over again. But you can also watch the video if you find it easier. And if the client doesn't provide you with a script, there's no shame in asking for it. It'll just make you appear more professional. And if you guys want me to make a separate video on how I come up with my animation ideas, just comment down below the word idea and I'll get that done for you guys. Now we made it to the most fun part of the project, which is animating everything in After Effects. For this, I use the dynamic link feature, which allows me to easily take my Premiere timeline and replace it with an After Effects composition. Once I have my project in After Effects, begins the most time-consuming task, which is animating everything. Now I could talk about this for hours and hours, but it mostly just boils down to your skill set as a video editor. And if that is something you want help with, from me personally, and from other way more successful creatives, then I do have something which you might find interesting. It is called Creator Syndicate, and it's a private community made for editors who are tired of being average. Inside we have group calls where you can ask anything you want directly from me and from other way higher level creatives. There's also at this point around 100 hours of masterclasses, which allowed me to learn the skill set of video editing completely and land my first few clients in just a few weeks after joining. So if this is something you're interested in, check out the first link in the description, and hopefully I'll see you on the next group call. Now, step 4 is doing the sound effects and the music in Premiere. After everything's done in After Effects, I render out the project and I take it back to Premiere Pro. Once there, I first add the sound effects like whooshes, clicks, risers, hits, or any other ones which fit the animations happening on screen. For this, I like to use the Essential Sounds panel in Premiere, which allows me to easily change how the sound effect sounds by adding some reverb or using any of the other settings. Also a quick tip for some sounds like whooshes, for example, you can use the rate stretch tool by pressing R on your keyboard to easily change the length of the sound effect, meaning you don't have to get like hundreds of different length whooshes. You can just use the same one and change its length with the rate stretch tool. Now with the sound effects added, I'll go to epidemicsound.com and I find a background song which fits the theme and style of the video. The music genres or moods I look for are cinematic, electronic, and mysterious. I found that those are the best ones. Obviously, depending on the mood of the video, you wanna kinda switch them up a bit. I get all my background music and most of my sound effects from epidemicsound.com, so if you wanna check them out, there's also a link in the description. Now step 5 is doing a quick quality check of your video, and once you're happy with the finished product, step 6 is to render it out and send it off to your client or post it on social media. Now you know in theory how to make the perfect video, but nothing I just told you really matters unless you actually know how to, number 1, land clients, and number 2, actually know how to edit them. And that's exactly what we teach in the first link in the description. So I'll see you in there. Peace.